Since my last video, I've been told to change the way I'm doing leg press and do one leg at a time. And instantly, I realized how tough it was doing it with one leg, and especially my left. When I began doing left leg solo, I could barely lift a thing. And it was my right leg doing all of the work. So I learned pretty quick that two-legged leg press was not helping me. I started with about 10 kilos. So one 5 kilo plate on either side. And it was excruciating and I could barely lift it. I am now doing 40 kilograms. And I'm doing that quite well. I am about to move up to 50. Actually, I did a set of 50 the other night. So yeah, I'm up to 50 now. But I've predominantly been doing 40 kilograms for the last few weeks. I managed to get from 10 to 40 in 3 weeks. So continuously going to the gym and pushing and working as hard as I've been working is really paying off. I can feel the change in my leg. I could feel it last time on my last video, but I can really feel it now. There's some days I'll go to the gym and think, oh crap, I didn't think I could actually lift that much. Or I feel like, the weight that I had been doing when I go in there, I think, God, this is easy, I can easily go up. And it's just repetition, being patient and constantly working.
Yeah, Ryan.
8, 10, 12. So with this one a little bit higher because the weight wasn't exactly perfect. And remember this is when you slats because you want
I'm not sure if you went through that.
Also, last thing, what do you guys learn? Biggest takeaway from today?
You got it, keep going. How many more?
7, 8.
Go one more. One more.
Recently, I got the chance to chat to Dan Moore about his shoulder surgery.
Alright, so I've had some trouble with my shoulder before and I dislocated it back in 2013 or 2014 and unfortunately couldn't wrestle against Sebastian Sander for the EPW title. It's the one time I ever had a chance to wrestle for it and injured myself the week beforehand, so I never got to have that match. Anyway, it's been pretty good since, but it came out again. That makes 3 times. And so in addition to having it dislocated, I've had to have surgery to put it all back in place and make sure it's all, it's going to work for me basically going forward. So I had the surgery on Monday last week, so it's been 7 days since. I'm in this sling for at least a month. And I have to do exercises 4 times a day, but at the moment it's limited to movement from here to here and from here to here. I can't move any further that way and I can't move any higher this way and I can't do any kind of movement that way. And it's like that for the next 2 months. Like, doctors haven't given me any kind of time frame about how long it will take until I'm able to start wrestling again. If I'm able to start wrestling again, I don't know. I suppose it depends on how this tracks and how I can manage the rehab. As you well know, it's kind of all up in the air.
When you heard about my knee, how did you feel?
I actually thought that it was just a really poor tasted joke at first because after having come back from a neck injury that took, obviously, as a neck injury would, took forever to heal, to then after 12 months or whatever, be struck down with a really bad knee injury, seemed like something that actually wouldn't happen to someone. It was too cruel. I really, I felt pretty bad for you actually. I thought that was pretty devastating. Understanding how long it takes to rehab and seeing the time and the effort and you know, seeing you in the period of time that it took you to rehab your neck in the first place, and how down you got during periods there, and how excited you were to be back wrestling, then to have that taken away from you again, you know, that's pretty rough indeed. Yeah, well, look, if I do my things right and you do your things right, we might just about come good at the same time. We can have a re-debuting match together, just to test out the. We'll go easy on each other. How about that?
Sounds good to me. My physio appointment last week was quite a significant one. My previous one was 3 weeks before that, and I was told to begin with lunges, and I could barely even go down. I was really struggling with them, and I didn't think I was actually going to get the hang of them as quickly as I did, but I went away and I pushed and I kept pushing every second day, and by the time I went back to the physio, I could do lunges almost perfectly. I was compensating with one leg. My hip was doing a bit of the work, but considering where I was, it was a significant improvement. Physiotherapist didn't expect it at all. I was only gone for 3 weeks and I came back, and I would go as far to say she was actually quite taken aback. She didn't expect that degree of improvement. The next thing she said was she wanted me to go away, continue improving my strength for about 4 weeks, and if all goes accordingly, which I believe it will considering how hard I'm working to the same degree that I will be able to start moving on to power exercises, which is really, and it's in her words, the end of the road. It's very possible I might be back in the ring ahead of schedule. I don't want to get hopes up, but it is a possibility now, considering the amount of effort I've put into this. So this is going to be the last full episode of Road to Recovery. I will continue to post short videos updating you of my recovery, and I will continue to post articles on Facebook, keeping everybody informed. But this road is mostly over now. And soon I will begin working my way back to the ring.